Good afternoon, everyone. So I will say good afternoon because we're just going into the afternoon, and welcome to your graduation. It is indeed an exciting moment with some of you here and some of you online. So we welcome all of those that have joined us online. Just a couple of points. So we are recording the sessions that are live streaming to YouTube. We will then post this. We take it off for a few moments just to edit out any ums and ahs, or if anyone trips and falls or anything like that happens. And then we put it back up so that it is always there for you. So your graduation will always be saved on our YouTube channel for you to download and utilize as you want to. And we also obviously have our photographers here, and they'll be here afterwards when you having your snacks, etc., so that you can take photos if you want to take with classmates or you want to take with your family members that are here with you. So please feel free to utilize that service. And our professional photographers for your formal photos are here in the front. So you will take one photograph as you come up, and the second one will be when our registrar caps you. And so those photos, you will smile and look, and if you don't, I will draw your attention to it, because the nice thing about a small and informal graduation in terms of this intimate type of ceremony is that it is your moment to please stand, don't rush across, stand, take your moment, let your family shout, scream, ululate, celebrate with you. You can, some people lie on the floor, some jump up in the air. We don't want you to rush, because that is why we are here to celebrate you and your remarkable achievements. My name is Dr. Marla Kuhn, and I'm the Executive Dean for Strategy and Stakeholder Management here at the Vinci Institute. But today it is my honor and my privilege to be with those of you both online as well as those that are here to celebrate this auspicious occasion of your graduation ceremony and the culmination of a lot of hard work. So without further ado, could you please rise for the academic procession? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You may be seated. So before I ask Senate to officially open the graduation proceedings, I am going to just introduce you to those that are here before you as Louise lays the mace down. So to my far left, so your far right, is Ms. Louise Fuller, who is our registrar of the Institute, and she will cap you today. Alongside her is Mr. Satish Rupa, who represents the Da Vinci Institute Council, a critical part of ensuring that we have industry experts and strategists who engage us with regards to the strategy and the connectivity to industry, to global and current trends. Alongside him is Dr. Zingai Katsamba, who is one of our faculty members, but today is representing the Senate of the Institute, which is the highest academic decision-making body. And so I call on Dr. Katsamba to formally open this graduation ceremony as a congregation of the Institute so that we may graduate you. Without that, we cannot. Dr. Katsamba?
Thank you so much. By the power vested in me as the member of the Senate, I declare this congregation open. Thank you so much.
So we can now begin with the fun part of today, which is getting into the graduation ceremony. I hope today you stop to celebrate yourselves, because it is a moment where you should. We also hope you stand alongside all of those that have committed to you to help you to get through this journey. Whoever it was, whether it's a colleague, whether it is a loved one, whoever is standing beside you throughout this journey, we acknowledge them and their presence, as well as those of you that have lost loved ones during this period and they are alongside you in a different form. And so we say to all those that helped to build you from the start of your life to this current point that you've gotten to, we salute each and every one of them, but today we celebrate you for your tenacity, your drive, for the fact that you, as an adult learner who has multiple other commitments, was able to somehow navigate your way, sometimes bare feet, sometimes bleeding feet, sometimes absolutely not knowing how you would get there, but you still made it up that mountain, and I hope today you certainly enjoy the view because you've earned it. So sit back, relax, and do enjoy this moment in the sun. We don't get to celebrate ourselves all the time, and so I hope that part of this journey has been a journey of self-discovery, to understand your value and importance to yourself as much as it is to community. We need to be social activists in this world. We need to be academic activists. We need to be making a difference. But unless we also take account of who we are and what we stand for, we will never be able to activate anything, because it comes from within that we're able to harness our levels of remarkability. Our guest speaker, who's going to be addressing you today, she joins us online, is a Vinci graduate. I always joke with Dr. Mangwani and tell her that if she runs for president, I will without doubt vote for her, so I call her Madam President. But Dr. Ntombi Mangwani is currently the executive head of marketing for Vodacom. She's held various senior positions, but she's also a Vinci doctoral alumnus of our institute, and so it is indeed my honor and privilege to have her join us to deliver the keynote address at your graduation today. Dr. Mangwani spends a lot of her time on issues related to gender equality and looking at gender mainstreaming and areas such as being on the Women's Forum. She's led multiple forums. She's also won the 2019 Gender Mainstreaming Awards Positive Role Model for the C-Suite Award. Her passion for developing, coaching, and mentoring is evident in the way that she addresses people, the way that she engages with people, but in the many young women and men that she has mentored from youth all the way up to their careers. That is really where her passion and her drive lies. She is, I say, if I were to describe her in a few words, I would say that she's an arranger, an activator, she's an achiever, a maximizer, she oozes positivity, but she's also extremely empathetic and emotionally intelligent, all qualities that make a great leader. One of the things that I say is, although she's worked for massive organizations such as Accenture, Schneider Electric South Africa, Data, MTN, Vodacom, etc., she really is somebody who has a passion for people. Her entire focus is on how she could possibly uplift people and grow people within an environment. So as a social activist leader, she is somebody who I really believe shifts communities and makes the most out of situations. So I introduce to you Dr. Ntombi Mangwani, the Executive Head of Marketing for Vodacom and Vinci doctoral alumnus.
Take a chance. Make that call. Share that idea. Dare to dream. Today is indeed the end of a very long 3 or 4 year journey for you. Indeed, today feels like your formal working life has finally begun. Getting a job, getting paid, buying that car, getting a flat. To some of you, it probably feels like you have finally made it. And you are super, super special heroes with invincible powers. Absolutely. Celebrate this milestone. Take time out to pause. Recognize what you have done and what it means. However, post this pause, post this reflection, recognize and realize that your next journey begins now. Now you'll have to take a chance to sell who you are. Sell to people why they should believe in you. Sell that innovative idea you know is going to change the world. Approach that leader you have admired for so many years. Ask him or her to coach you, train you, mentor you. And now is the time you get to truly prove how good and amazing you are. And you know what? Only by taking a chance, putting yourself out there, speaking up for yourself, planning, preparing, trying and trying again. Only when you've done all of this will you know how truly great you are. Only when you've also experienced disappointment, failure, and pain, and have the ability to push to stand up. And while standing up, you fall again. But having the ability to rise again is what's truly going to distinguish you from the others. You will know how truly great you are when you are able to rise again. You see, you're not going to immediately get the job that you have always wanted. It might come later, and that's okay. The next chapter is going to be a journey. My advice to you, keep an open mind and truly be open to experiencing and embracing everything that this journey throws your way. When I speak about taking a chance, making that call, sharing that innovative idea, I speak of Opa, I speak of Lerato, I speak of Ntombi. Opa was an MTN Wi-Fi engineer whose job was to install Wi-Fi in people's homes. One day, Opa had the chance to install Wi-Fi in an executive's home. He came across the executive's wall of fame, as in degrees, awards, certificates. And when he was looking at the wall of fame, he realized this is the person who could probably help him evolve and get to where he wants to be with his career. Fast forward, 2 weeks later, Opa dares to take a chance. He makes that call to the executive, apologizes for using their number for a private matter, and asks the executive, "Can you mentor me and coach me? This is what I'm looking to achieve." Luckily for Opa, the results were positive. Opa is no longer the Wi-Fi engineer installing Wi-Fi in people's home. He is now a graduate management trainee at Deloitte. And why? Because he took a chance. He made that call. Let's talk about Lerato. Lerato is a young lady who was also a management trainee at one of the consulting organizations. Lerato came across an innovative ideas to pull corporates together, to work together for gender equality. Lerato took a chance. She shared that innovative idea. She made the call to the head of the Women's Forum at Accenture. The results as we speak today, Lerato is one of the co-founders, along with Accenture as a co-founder and Nedbank and Business Engage as a co-founder, to a movement that is called the Voices of Change movement, where 11,000 men and women came together last year to talk about getting to equality, collaborating with men and women, and also learning from each other. Lerato shared that innovative idea, all in the hopes of some spark being delivered. And look where Voices of Change is today. Let's talk about Ntombi. I am Dombi. Once upon a time, I was accused of being useless, racist, and incapable of doing my job. I worked for an IT organization where I was charged with 13 counts of not being able to be the right person in the role. Now, it didn't matter that I knew that these accusations were false. I needed to prove and sell myself. I asked the organization to bring in an independent consultant to come and investigate the allegations made against me. The outcome is that the independent consultant said, indeed, these accusations are false. Indeed, the individual lied about me. And indeed, the feedback from people working with me is that I am a great leader who has the ability to move from good to great. Now, why do I tell you this story? On this new journey, you might find that there are false truths told about you. You might find your reputation gets to be damaged. The only thing that matters is how you rise up to respond to all the negativity that may come your way. You are not a failure just because somebody said you are a failure. And understand, in every single journey, as painful as it may be, there is always a silver lining. And in my journey, the silver lining is that the independent consultant who was brought in to investigate the allegations against me then became my executive coach. My executive coach who I worked with to deliver my MBA, my executive coach who became my co-supervisor for my PhD. And I've been working with him for the past 10 years. There is always some sort of positive learning that comes out of every situation, out of every journey. So I say to you, on your new journey, are you ready to take a chance? Are you ready to make that call? Are you ready to share that idea? And are you ready to fight for yourself and let people believe in you? All you need to do is allow yourself to dream and allow your wildest dreams to become reality. By simply taking a chance, making that call, and sharing that innovative idea, you will realize that the degree you are now celebrating today will absolutely, undoubtedly accelerate you to the position and the joy you want to see for yourself. I want to say congratulations, and I want to wish you all of the best on your new journey, where failure is okay, where expect to fall, because you will rise again. And know that you are amazing and you have the ability to change this world. So go ahead, take a chance, make that call, share that innovative idea.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mangwani, for inspiring us today. But I think it's an important message that you speak about, that as individuals, we should always take a chance, and it isn't always going to mean success. For some reason, I don't know why, but we are taught as young children that there's something wrong with failure, and in some way, failure is considered to be a terrible thing. But in actual fact, there's always learning from falling, from failing, and there are always people to learn from. So Dr. Mangwani, thank you very much for the message, because I think it reminds us that we should never ever forget that just because we fall doesn't mean we don't have the ability to get up. But but too often we don't learn from our fall, and we don't learn from these things, and we also don't open ourselves to learning from other people who may have fallen in a similar way. I often think that if somebody has learned something before us, we should take the time to listen and to really try and understand what it is that they saying went wrong, and try and remedy it for ourselves so that we walk our own path, but we also learn from others. So it is now that exciting time where we get to actually award you your qualifications. I just was looking at my watch, because we may, the light and electricity may come back on. If it does, we will just have a moment where the screens might flicker, but it will, the generator will then stop working and we'll go over to electricity again. So don't worry if that does happen. I just wanted to let you know that we will just then stop a moment and then we will continue. But I will monitor that for you, so you just enjoy your moment. I now have to formally request Senate to allow me to confer the qualification. So I would like to start off by saying, Senate member, I request to confer the qualification Bachelor of Commerce in Business Management on the candidates I present to you today. Thank you for granting me the permission. I would like to call on Mr. Francois Menard, if Francois is here, representing Status Aviation, to come and congratulate the students who are going to be receiving their electives in aviation management. I'm not sure if Francois is here or if he's joining us online. So without further ado, I would like to start the proceedings. Our first student who will be graduating today is graduating online, Keelan Wade Beecroft. Congratulations. Keelan, I know you've joined us online, so we congratulate you. Keelan's project title is An Exploration of the Impact and Involvement of Human Factors in Runway Incursions. And we congratulate you, Keelan, on taking the importance of the management of people into account and looking at how important the human factor is in terms of aviation. And so we congratulate you and the Beecroft family on this remarkable achievement. Our next student who will come up, I said it's always the nerve-wracking one, start this side, being the first person, because, you know, as they say, we learn from doing. So you can stand here, Rin. Then what will happen is, when I announce it, you will go to Dr. Katsamba, you will stand over there, they will take your photo, and then you'll move on to Louise. But the trick is, I'm going to be speaking while you're doing it, and you will be tempted to look my way, but please don't, because we want your photograph to be really beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Ruan Johan Berger. Congratulations. Ruan's project title is An Exploration of the Effectiveness of Current Rules, Regulations and Systems in Fatigue Management in South African Airline Pilots. And so I heard some wows coming across there, Ruan, as you stand and take your photo with Council and Senate. And as you go to Louise to be capped, I want to say to you and to the Berger family, the way that you've looked at, see, I told you you're going to look this way. The way that you've looked at management of people in an innovative way is something that you should celebrate within yourself, because it is critical that fatigue management is taken really seriously, but also the impact on people. So to you and the Berger family, we congratulate you today. Well done. And you can shout, scream, go crazy, do the splits, I don't know, whatever you'd like to. The next student will be graduating online. Tlale, I'm not sure if you want to show your face. Some people are a bit shy, so we don't force them. I introduce to you Tlale Joyce Mabaso. Project title, An Exploration of Ways to Motivate Employees to Enhance Performance. Claire looked very much at the management of people, but taking into account engagement. So it was the management of people connected to the management of innovation and how you can motivate people. So in reading this, for me, that's what I found. I found it to be something that engaged people. So I congratulate you and the whole Mabaso family today. Congratulations. Sipamandla, are you ready for your moment? Come and join me. Ladies and gentlemen, walking across, and there we go. Woo! I introduce to you the man of the moment, Sipamandla Gift Radebe. Congratulations. Project title, An Exploration of How Technology Can Improve South African Border Security. So stand in the middle of our council member, Mr. Satish Rupa, and Dr. Katsamba, and just turn slightly. See the arrows there on the floor to look at your photograph. Come forward a little bit. They've aimed it perfectly for you. So, Sipamandla, as you smile today, to you and the Radebe family, I congratulate you for reaching this milestone. But as you walk across to be capped by Louise, I want to say to you that I really appreciated when I read your study about how you looked at technology and alignment, because for me, the improvement of border security and technology, which you spoke to, was innovative indeed, which means it was agile, but don't leave me. But what else it was the fact that you looked at the alignment, that if people don't buy into this, if people are not part of the technological advancement, you won't have the shift that you're looking for. So congratulations to you and the Radebe family on your remarkable achievement. Well done. Our next graduate joins us online, and that is Armand van Wyk. We congratulate Armand joining us online. Project title, An Exploration of the Predispositions within the South African Air Force towards recognizing technological deficiencies. This study, for me, looked at innovative ways to try and enhance what is happening in the South African Air Force, as well as engaging technology and people, and from a systemic perspective. So looking at the holistic way in which improvements could be made in the South African Air Force, and in terms of recognizing what deficiencies there are to try and move the South African Air Force to a more technologically advanced platform. So Armand van Wyk, we congratulate you and the van Wyk family. Andrew, are you ready? I saw someone jump up with a camera before you got up, so you must come here and smile. So face over there. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Andrew David White. There's lots of excitement for you. You see, now that's better. Andrew's project title is a descriptive study of suitable aircraft and geographies for the global expansion of aerocare flying ambulances. Andrew, I will not even pretend that I understand anything about suitable aircraft or geography, but what I did understand from your study and the description that you gave was also around the fact that yours was a study of holism in terms of understanding and looking at various of the megatrends and technologies that could particularly look at ways to innovate and make sure that we have a people-orientated approach, but also that you explained that there are various factors at play. So the micro, the meso, the exo and the macro exosystems in terms of the environment play an important role, that things need to be viewed through multiple lenses if we are truly going to explore this problem that you were trying to probe. So congratulations, and I look forward to the implementation. To the White family, we congratulate you on Andrew's achievements, and we thank Status Aviation for investing in the students in Mr. Minar's absence. We thank them as well. Dr. Katsamba and Mr. Rupa will congratulate the next students. Our first student will be graduating online. So Shahima, I'm not sure if you want to show your face and join us online. So I would like to introduce you to Shahima Adams, project title, An Integrated Banking System that Connects Parent and Minor Banking Accounts. Certainly a study that looks at innovation and technology as something that is incredibly agile, and also tries to understand the importance of communication within this, which fits in at the bottom of the TIPS framework, looking at engagement and ensuring that we stay engaged in customer experiences and satisfaction. To the Adams family and to you, Shahima, we congratulate you today on this remarkable achievement. Janine is up next. So Janine, come and stand here with me for your moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Janine Anthea Griever. Congratulations. Janine's project title is An Exploration of Gender Equality with regard to promotion into leadership positions. Janine, I read your study with joy because I don't think any of us can say that issues of gender are not global issues that are currently on the agenda of society. But in particular, there's a global trend in leadership positions where people are not being paid the same based on their gender. And I think your study takes an incredible approach because you looked at ways that we could possibly have gender equal promotions into leadership positions in a very systemic manner, looking at all the factors that may be at play, but still giving a possibility of how we can solve this. So for probing a very important social issue, I congratulate you and on your achievement today, the Griever family. Congratulations. Stefan, are you ready? And so walking towards us, I introduce you to Stefan Jonathan James. Congratulations. I'm glad to hear lots of cheering because your project title is an exploration of improvements required to client feedback processes regarding prepaid airtime and electricity disputes to enhance customer centricity. So it was a definite mouthful, but there are people that you are calling upon to say that we have to be customer-centric in order to truly want to understand the client. I will wait till you take your photo. The client feedback process in terms of understanding, taking client feedback and actually utilizing it towards a better client experience. And I don't think people always want to be able to take that feedback because it can be extremely critical and to be able to implement it. And I think the fact that you're looking at what needs to be improved in terms of the client feedback processes to really gather that data and improve customer experience is a truly authentic way to do it, because then you allow the voice of the customer to be heard, unedited, uncut. So for a truly authentic approach to client experience, client engagement, I really do congratulate you, and I look forward to seeing this in action. Congratulations. Duduzile, are you ready? Come, stand here. Looking so beautiful. I introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Duduzile Khumalo. Congratulations. Duduzile's project title is The Impact of the Recruitment and Selection Processes on the Retention Insurance Sales Staff. I don't think any of us can deny the importance of the massive talent management that needs to take place, not only to develop skills, but also the race for talent, which is so, so critical. I will let you smile first. We often lose our battle in South Africa where we have a massive talent loss. And the fact that you're looking towards retention strategies to try ensure that talent is harnessed, because that is the way that we grow organizations, when we are able to find ways to truly retain and keep talent. So for your contribution to the management of people and the field of the management of people, we thank you for your commitment to keep talent in our country and in your sector. Congratulations. To the Khumalo family, I have no doubt you are very proud of Duduzile's achievements today, and I hope you will all celebrate. Linda, are you ready? So it seems many people are ready for you, Linda. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you, and someone wants you to smile that side. I introduce to you Linda Lungile Mahaye. Congratulations. Linda's project title, An Exploration of the Importance of Mental Well-Being on Work Performance. Linda, I don't think any of us can deny how much COVID has impacted mental wellness, but I think for me what was really important is that you want people to be seen as the whole person. At Vinci, we speak about the light and the shadow and how people should embrace both our light and our darkness. Many people construe that as quite a dark principle, but what we're trying to say there, are you waiting for me to let her smile? Okay, smile, Linda. Don't look at me. What we are trying to speak about there is that we should embrace ourselves collectively, the things we may want to hide from others and not show because we are afraid that it will make us vulnerable. And so I really appreciated the fact that in your study, it felt to me like you were seeing the human as both the light and the shadow, and not only the positivity that we want to surround people, but also the things that people fear. So I congratulate you on taking that approach to your study, and I look forward to seeing its implementation. But also, because you see people as a whole being, I really believe you will help to create less toxic environments and cultures in the workplace, so congratulations. To the Mahaya family, we congratulate you and hope you will celebrate. No, you're waving your hands, but you're not ululating or shouting or screaming for me. Yes, thank you. Okay, Isaac, are you ready? Breathe and join us. Give Isaac a little help. He needs a little help from his friends. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Isaac Mosana. Congratulations. Isaac's project title is The Impact of Embracing Diversity on the Development of a Succession Strategy. Isaac, you have two very key factors when I looked at your study. One is in terms of diversity, because at Vinci, we don't see diversity as only pertaining to one dimension, but rather inclusivity and looking at the world in an inclusive way. I really found that your depth of what you defined as diverse was really, really incredible, because it showed more about inclusivity, which connects both diversity, transformation, inclusivity of people and different cultures in a massive way. So for really trying to push the envelope on diversity and what it means, but also the fact that you're doing this to ensure that the succession strategy of organizations actually denotes real change and not just shifted change, which we often see in organizations. So thank you for truly taking this agenda forward, and I look forward to seeing many people using your succession strategy. Congratulations. To the Mosana family, we congratulate you on Isaac's achievement, because you are the reason. You see, the light came. Okay, so congratulations to the Mosana family. The next person is you, Juan. Are you ready? As you stand here, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Juan Mulder. Congratulations. Project title, Establishing a Roadmap for I couldn't pronounce this when I tried to, Huhtamaki Fiber Food Service to become carbon neutral by 2030. One of our greatest sustainability goals is about our carbon footprint. It is about green economy. When you look at global business schools at the moment, their key topic and area, see, it's hard to not look when someone speaks, right? Okay, so smile first. One of the biggest areas that is currently being studied in economics is actually green economics, and it is an area that has become so critical because sadly, when we look at it, most organizations are using the checklist and the tick box. And I think that you really took an approach that said, if we don't make this change, we are not only going to collapse our world, but our economy as well. And I think the synergy between the two is the way that we're going to be able to move things off this checklist and actually move it to be a sustainable solution. So I congratulate you on this extremely topical area, and I really do look forward to your changes long before 2030. So congratulations. To the Mulder family, we congratulate you and celebrate with you on this remarkable achievement. Oh, there, Daniel. Daniel, thank you for celebrating. We would like a sip of that, but unfortunately, we have to wait. Juan, you are certainly being celebrated in a big way. Okay, so thank you from Thailand, Daniel. We appreciate it. I don't know, that looks a bit dodgy what you're drinking, though. Juan, I'm not sure he's going to be able to congratulate you later. Okay, so they are definitely celebrating early. Congratulations. Our next student to graduate in absentia is Daniel Friedrich Oberholzer. Project title, An Exploration of Strategies that can be used to reduce staff turnover. Daniel unfortunately couldn't join us because he's had a family tragedy, so we wish him and his family our condolences and we wish them well. And Daniel, we thank you for your contribution to the management of people and finding ways to engage, facilitation of conversation, as well as to engage areas such as cross-cultural engagement, which you specifically looked at as well. And we hope that these strategies make the changes that are needed for reducing staff turnover, because it's hard to get new talent into an organization and enculturate it within the organization. Congratulations, Daniel Oberholzer. The next student that will be graduating is Franco. Are you ready to come up? But this is quite, thank you, I was waiting. Kaniwe, I hope they're going to shout when you come up. Okay, so I introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Franco Julian. Someone wants a photo, so you're going to wait. There. I introduce to you Franco Julian Pata. Congratulations. Project title, An Evaluation of the Unified User Experience of the MTN Play 2.0 Corporate Identity Convergence. So although I am not a Play 2.0 technological person, I appreciate corporate identity, being a brand strategist. So I think for me, what I enjoyed reading about yours as well, Franco, was the fact that technology plays a really massive role, but one of the challenges we have in the fifth industrial revolution is the dance between humanity and technology, the human interface with the technology. And people often think that just because you have the technology, you're able to have the people, but it isn't the truth. So engaging a corporate identity and making sure it's able to position itself in a specific way is a massive skill that is required. But over and above that, it's bringing technology into it means that you've got to have the management of people, you've got to have the management of innovation and the management of technology down pat, because the innovation is often what we focus on, but the people and the technology have to be aligned. So I congratulate you on really looking at a multifaceted study and embracing the whole of TIPS in terms of the management of technology, innovation, and people in a systemic way. Congratulations. To the Pata family, congratulations on Franco's achievement. It is indeed a proud day today, and we hope you will celebrate and enjoy the moment. Kaniwe, are you coming up? Join us. Bow, thank you. I should be the one bowing to you, as you are graduating today. So I tip my hat today to all of you. I introduced to you standing here, the lady in white. Okay. Kaniwe, Mpo, Jesse, Scott, Briggs, congratulations. Project title, The Impact of Leadership Communication on Performance in the MTN Call Center. So I'm definitely not someone you ever have to say that communication is important to. I think it is critical. But for me, what was fascinating about your study was the way in which you engaged people. So in order to manage people, you have to look at a variety of things. In the TIPS Managerial Leadership Framework, we speak of things like engaging creative networks. We say that you are required to have cross-cultural engagement, social and emotional intelligence, that you see he's getting grumpy with me and you're not looking, so just look. To co-create realities and also to facilitate conversation. You brought in these elements that show about the way in which your call centers are going to improve their communication is about being truly engaged. And I don't think that people understand how difficult those practices and competencies are, because they require somebody to be socially and emotionally intelligent, understand cross-cultural cues, engagements, and areas that people are coming with diversity and different viewpoints, and to still try to facilitate a conversation with someone who's usually pretty angry. So I say to you that really, for looking at ways to engage people, I congratulate you today on your achievement, as well as on your research. And to the Scott Briggs family, we say celebrate and congratulate Kaniwe today. I waited for someone to at least dance a little, so thank you for that. Thank you to Dr. Katsamba. Oh, yay, please, carry on. Congratulations to all of you, and you may be seated. Thank you very much to Mr. Rupa and to Dr. Katsamba and to Mrs. Fuller for this moment. So we've come to the point where you have, yes, graduated, and you are now officially graduates. But I decided that perhaps we should serenade you a little bit, but don't worry, I will not sing. I heard there was someone who sang beautifully earlier. I think it's your family. But I wanted to say that I won't, so I will let our opera singers serenade you with God Bless Africa. So to Keelan, to Ruan, to Hlale, to Armand, to Andrew, to Shahima, to Janine, to Stefan, to Duduzile, to Linda, to Isaac, to Joanne, to Daniel, to Franco, to Kaniwe, we congratulate you today on your remarkable achievements. We also welcome you into the galaxy of remarkability, the cooperative galaxy that is Da Vinci's galaxy. What we say about our galaxy of remarkability is that every student that graduates from our institute becomes a star in the Da Vinci galaxy. And as you leave Da Vinci, we hope that you will continue to co-create and to create your own constellation. So when the image appears, which it will later, you will see, and in your graduation programs, where this constellation, oh, there it is, you will see that the constellation that is up there is the purple cow of remarkability, for example, one of the symbols of Da Vinci to say that you should harness your remarkability. We have the TIPS managerial leadership framework. There is the various collectology, which is the connecting and collecting of dots you guys would have done in the beginning, the 9 dots. There are multiple constellations we hope you've gained from Da Vinci. But we cannot wait to see the constellation that you create in the galaxy of Da Vinci. And we look forward to staying in touch with you in multiple ways. We want to hear about your promotions, your achievements. We want to be tagged in things. We want to be joined on LinkedIn. We want to stay co-creating and connecting with you throughout your journey and hoping that you return to us as postgraduate students and enjoy a different journey. However, the other thing that I also wanted to say is that you are an example of what we stand for, because without each and every one of you sitting here and those that have gone before you, we would not have our reputation. Because as we say when we speak of Ubuntu, I am because you are. Da Vinci is because you are. It is what you do with your lives that we are able to say that is what a Da Vincian looks like. That is what a Da Vinci alumnus does. They influence the co-creation of humane, sustainable societies. They change environments. They offer not only a return on investment for your business, but a social return on investment. So one of the shifts we've made this year technologically is that your certificates are going to come to you through Privy Seal, the Privy Seal system, where you will get a uniquely branded number, and that will give you the opportunity to utilize your certificate in multiple ways. So it was a system that was devised to actually combat fraud and has been turned into a globally recognized system for ensuring that certificates are authentic. So it is recognized by industries, by governments, by various role players, both locally and abroad. So you will be able to take your unique Privy Seal number, you'll be able to work your credentials into your signatures. You will be able to work them into your CVs with verifiable abilities. So basically, they will be able to know that it is a Privy Seal certificate, and therefore it's automatically verified. You can print your certificate in various forms. If reissuing is required, it is all stamped there. So it's almost like your online identification of your qualifications. So for those people that have studied at other institutions or many years ago, you would know that if you lose it, it is like the worst thing ever, and to try get it, they don't reprint, you can't get it, no one, you get sent along 1,000 channels. This way, it is your own online credentialing that has been sealed. So, and Da Vinci, obviously, you will be a member of this Privy Seal throughout your careers and lives, as when Da Vinci embarks on this, you will always remain with your unique identity and enrolled on the Privy Seal system for this qualification. And if you study with us further, it will add to your credentialing as you go along in your lives and your careers. So very exciting, and we look forward to seeing how you utilize it all over, and we're very excited for that. So it is my honor and my privilege to close off, and I'm going to ask you if you're a potato, if you're an egg, or if you're a coffee bean. So what do you think you are? Don't want to be any of them? Okay, so we're going to watch a little video, and then maybe you can tell me if you're a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean. Okay. So, Johan, if I can have the video, please.
One day, as Chef David was cooking up something scrumptious for lunch, his daughter walked into the kitchen with something on her mind. "What's wrong?" the father asked.
School is just so hard. Making friends is impossible. I don't think I'll ever make it through 4th grade.
Her dad smiled and took out 3 pots. He filled them with water and placed them on the fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes into one pot, eggs into the second pot, and poured coffee beans into the third pot.
Dad, what are you doing?
Patience, sweetheart, patience.
After 20 minutes, he took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them on a plate. He did the same with the eggs, and then he poured the coffee into a mug.
So, what do you see?
Potato, eggs, and coffee.
Look closer.
The potatoes, the eggs, and the beans each faced the same adversity, boiling water. However, each one of them reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard, and unrelenting, but in the boiling water became soft and weak. The egg was fragile, with the thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was placed in the boiling water. Then it became hard. However, the coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the hot boiling water, they changed it and created something new. Which are you? He asked his daughter. When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean? In life, things happen around us, things happen to us. But what truly matters is what happens within us. Which one are you?
So we know that Da Vincians are coffee beans. And the reason that we know you are coffee beans is because you are socioeconomic enablers. So you might ask me, but what does that mean? It is about the fact that when you go into situations, you consider the entire environment. Because as you've learned at Da Vinci, you deconstruct and you reconstruct reality. You have viewed the world through multiple lenses that others have not. So you know when you go into a situation, you don't solve a problem, you probe a problem to get deep and meaningful understanding. You understand that as agile, aligned, and engaged managerial leaders, it requires of you to not only return on invest, but socially return on any investment that is made within an organization, within your entrepreneurial endeavors. We learn from our experiences, and we've learned to embrace ourselves and others in the Da Vinci experience. And looking at each of you, many of you have got the traits of empathetic leaders, impactful leaders. You've got the traits of reimagined leaders. When you go and look at some of the greatest leaders, it is not those functional managerial skills that are given about people like Martin Luther King, that are given about Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, some of the greats of our time. It is about their empathy, their ability to listen, understand, their ability to impact society and reimagine a new and different and beneficial world for others. So today I say to you, you are great leaders. The reason for that is that you are able to use the skills you've gained today to revolutionize your own life, but also societies. So we thank you for placing your star in the Da Vinci galaxy. We thank you for trusting us to be part of your Milky Way. But we also say to you that if you ever feel alone and you ever feel that you want to continue your journey of remarkability, we are always here. But even those of you who have decided this is the end of your learning path and you would like to do more informal learning going forward, we want you to know this is your academic home. And the thing is, because we're at distance and we're online, it doesn't have to be rooted in soil. So whether your feet are on dusty streets somewhere doing incredible projects, lying on a beach in Maui, or they are just in your bed because you're exhausted, wherever they find themselves, we all look up at the same night sky. So the Da Vinci galaxy is forever your galaxy, and your star will stay with us for always. So please stay in touch, stay connected, and always remember that you have greatness within you because you have harnessed your remarkability. So to each and every one of you today and to your families, we congratulate you and we celebrate alongside you. We will now stand for the singing of the national anthem, but before we do, I will call Dr. Katsamba to formally close off this congregation as a lawful gathering. Dr. Katsamba.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mal. As a member of the Da Vinci Senate, I declare this congregation dissolved.
Thank you, Dr. Katsamba. So, I know some students are not South African, but we sing the national anthem of the Republic of South Africa for multiple reasons. So one is because that is where our qualifications are accredited, our institution is registered. we are also very much about wanting to grow and sustain the African continent and to ensure that all of you are able to actually make the changes that are required wherever you may find yourselves. So in honor of our original founding roots, which is sitting here on the soil, as well as for our qualifications, accreditation, and registration, please stand for the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of South Africa. Academic procession leaves, I would like to ask the academic procession to once again put their hands together for our graduates as well as the audience. And you are welcome to lift your hats as you are now graduated. So you are alumni. You are no longer students. To Keelan, to Ruan, to Tlale, to Armand, to Andrew, to Shahima, to Janine, to Stefan, to Dezile, Linda, Isaac, Juan, Daniel, Franco, Kaniwe. Congratulations. Woo! You're welcome to... Woo! I said not throw your hat because otherwise you have to land up with someone else's like dandruff on your hair. So I say congratulations on behalf of the Da Vinci Institute Senate, Council, our board. We congratulate you and we thank you for your commitment to your studies and to society. The academic procession will now leave, after which you will be welcome to join us for some snacks and refreshments, and we will take outside behind you. You can take photos. We have our photographers, so you can hug, love, do whatever you want. If you want the handsome gentleman alongside me or the pretty lady at the end, you're welcome to take photos with them as well and enjoy the celebration. The academic procession will now lead to Gaudiamus, and I'm hoping we hear that beautiful voice again. So let us leave.